students, welcome to C Language session 2. In this video, we can discuss about what is a language, what is a computer language, what are the different types of programming languages, what are the different types of applications. Now see, what is a language? Not computer language, normal language. I am speaking in English. English is a language. And Telugu, Hindi, Tamil, Marathi, all these are different languages. What is the use of any language? Any language is used for communication purpose. I want to communicate with you in any language. Now I am using English. Many people understand English. What is a computer language? What is the next one? Computer language means a programming language. Normal language is used to communicate with other persons. But here computer language is used to communicate with what? Yes, computer. Okay, this is a computer. I want to communicate with a computer. Okay. To communicate with this computer, we are using a computer language. Like C, C++, Java, .NET, etc. These are examples for the programming languages, computer programming languages. These languages are necessary to communicate with the system? Yes, because computer does not identify our language directly. Computer understands only zeros and ones. That is nothing but a binary language. We don't know that binary language and we don't know how to pass instructions in that binary language. We are using a normal language. We are using English language only through keyboard. But computer does not identify those things. After conversion, only given input or data will be stored in the memory unit. That work done by language processors, compilers and interpreters. We can't directly communicate with a computer. That's why here we are using any programming language or any computer language. What is the need to communicate with a computer? Just imagine, there are no computers, there are no software companies. Then what will be happen? Imagination is also very terrible. For example, I want to go to Vizag. At present I am in Hyderabad. I want to go to Vizag by a train. I want to book a ticket. If there is no computer, then I have to visit a railway station and I have to stand up in a queue, in a line. After that, I have to buy a ticket. This is a long process. So much time waste. If there is a computer, there is an online ticket booking system at my home. I'll open IRCTC website. Then simply I will book my ticket. There is a lot of difference with computers and without computers. My bank account is present at Vizag, but now I am in Hyderabad. I want to draw 10,000 rupees from my account. There is no ATM machine. Then there is no chance to get 10,000 rupees from my account immediately. It takes at least one day because I have to go to Vizag, then I have to visit bank, then I'll get money. But if there is an ATM machine, within half an hour, for suppose, within half an hour I'll get my money. That is the difference. We are all addicted to technology. We are all addicted to computers. Those ATM machines and IRCTC website applications, all these are developed by some software companies. In software companies, who are working? Programmers, developers, testers, database developers, etc. There are so many applications for SBI. For suppose net banking application. Who developed that application? TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. There is a tie-up in between SBI and TCS. The developers or programmers present in TCS develops SBI applications. IRCTC website, online ticket reservation system. This is developed by whom? Center for Railway Information System. There are some professional IT programmers within this company. This is at New Delhi Center for Railway Information System. All applications used by IRCTC developed by this CRIS. Now what is an interface? You should know what is interface. For suppose there is a login application for bank employees. Take SBI Bank and there is a login application. It may be like this: username and password. There is a button login. Each and every employee of SBI Bank has its own credentials, means username and a password. After entering these things correctly, they will access remaining applications. See, this is a login form. This is nothing but interface. There are many employees within a bank. Is it necessary to learn any programming language? No, simply they are accessing this application directly. They don't have knowledge about programming language. Just after entering username, password, they click on this login. If you want to develop this type of applications for any organization or for yourself, then you should learn about a programming language. Here C language is a mother language for remaining languages. By using C language, we can't create this type of applications. That is impossible. By using Java or .NET, we can create this type of applications. Here, username is nothing but a label. This is called a label and this is called a text field. And this password is called a label and this is nothing but a password field or text field, and this is called a button. By using mouse, if you click on this login, then it will show another application if you enter username and password are correct. C and C++ are not used to develop this type of applications. But what is the use of C and C++ languages? There is a coding to work washing machines. Yes or no? Yes. There is a coding for operating system. There is a coding for compiler and interpreters. In this type of applications, the programmers can use a C language. C is first used in the development of Unix operating system. C language is used in the development of which operating system? Unix operating system. In the development of different types of operating systems, we can use C language. Kernel is the important part of the operating system. In the development of that kernel, the programmers can use C language. And compilers. Compiler is also a software. In the development of those softwares, the programmers use a C language. What is the use of compiler? To convert a user given code in the form of a machine language or binary format. Now coming to types of applications. There are two types of applications. One is standalone applications and second one is web applications. Standalone, other one is web applications. Standalone applications examples are MS Office, Tally and Google Chrome, testing tools, Opera, and to write any programming language, there are some softwares. To write a C programs, we will use a Turbo C++ editor. Turbo C++ editor. This is a predefined software. It is used to write both C programs and C++ programs. All these are examples for standalone applications. This is nothing but desktop applications. Desktop applications. What is a standalone? If you want to use any of these softwares, you should install into your computer. Yes or no? By default, we can't get these softwares. We have to install these softwares in our computer. And these are different for different operating systems. For Windows, there is a one type of MS Office. For Mac, there is another type of MS Office. If you want to download any of these softwares in the internet, simply search MS Office for Windows 10 or MS Office for Mac operating system, because these are standalone applications, desktop applications. You have to install in each and every computer individually. We can't access MS Office present in one system from another system, because those are standalone applications. What about web applications? Web applications. Best example is a Facebook. Can you install Facebook in your computer? No. If you have internet connection, if you install any web browser like a Google Chrome, Opera, etc., by opening these Google Chrome web browsers, we can access Facebook directly. No need to install that. We can access that Facebook through our mobiles and through different computers without installing. That is called web application. I want to access IRCTC. Yes, directly I can access any ticket reservation or SBI net banking. No need to install app into your computer. We are accessing those through internet. Those are called web applications. There are different programming languages: C, C++, Java, .NET, Android, etc. Among these, C and C++ are platform dependent. Platform dependent means these are depends on OS, operating system. Actually, every file has two names. One is a primary name and other one is a secondary name. Primary name is given by us and secondary name is extension. What is the default extension for Notepad? That is .txt. And what is the default extension for Word? .doc, that is a document. And what is the extension for VLC player files? .mp4. Like that, every operating system has its own extensions. For suppose in your computer there is a Windows OS, Windows operating system, then extension is .exe. If you want to install any application in Windows operating system, you have to search for which type of files? The applications which contains .exe extension, Windows .exe, and Mac OS .dmg, DMG applications. For suppose Linux.rpm, etc. These are OS extensions. If I want to write any C program in Windows operating system, first of all, I have to install a software to write a programs. C software to write a programs, which contains which extension? .exe extension. C, C++ are platform dependent languages. By using these two languages, we can develop standalone applications or desktop applications. Only standalone applications. And by using Java, .NET and Android, we can develop web applications as well as standalone applications. Because these are platform independent languages. Java, .NET, Android, these are platform independent languages. So, by using these languages, we can develop both standalone applications as well as web applications. That's why so many students concentrate on these languages, Java, .NET. And then what is the use of C, C++? Already I explained. To write the code in embedded systems like operating systems and for language processors, etc., we are using C and C++. And to develop gaming applications also, C and C++ are very important because there are huge gaming libraries present within C++. In this video, we have discussed about a language, programming language or computer language, and examples for programming languages, and what is an interface, and what are the different types of applications, standalone and web applications. I hope you understand all these things. If you like the way of explanation, please hit the like button and share to your friends. Thank you. Thanks for watching.